I'd see him sitting on that couch all day long, just staring at that Hollywood hogwash.
Our favorite show was Hollywood Hogwash.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Hollywood Hogwash. I'm Andrew Pisano, along with Josh Reese.
What's up, Andrew? Welcome to the Ezra Miller free episode
Yes.
of the Hollywood Hogwash.
For now.
I will keep updating as we go along through the show to make sure there is no breaking news, but I think Warner Brothers have locked him in some type of cave or dungeon to make sure he does not get out.
Let's hope so, because, you know, they have movies coming out and shit keeps happening.
Movie. Is it just down to movie?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's a lot of shit to cover. We got She-Hulk, House of the Dragon. Mm-hmm. You're going to give a little review of the new Dragon Ball Z movie.
I'm geeked about it. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Number one movie in America.
But first, let's cut to the chase and let's talk about the Hollywood Hogwash. So Warner Brothers announced that Shazam! Fury of the Gods has been pushed back from December 21st to March 17th of next year. Wow. Also, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom has been pushed back from March 17th to December 21st of 2023. Not this December, 2023.
If they ever get released.
It's like, yeah, a year and 4 months until we see this shitty Aquaman movie.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel any better that it keeps on getting pushed back.
Maybe because when is The Flash coming out? Like June?
Midsummer.
So maybe they did that so that they could put Michael Keaton back in Aquaman, and it would make sense.
Well, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, though. I don't expect cool things to happen very often from Warner Brothers and DC Entertainment.
Right. So they only have Black Adam coming out.
Yeah, so apparently there's a story out there in Hollywood circulating that Warner Brothers Entertainment, because of the merger, only has enough money to have two movies come out the
How could that even be possible?
That's insane, right? I guess their marketing budget was slashed to almost nothing. Yeah, so Broy's Kit, who works for the Hollywood Reporter, said the moves underscore what a financial mess Warner Brothers is in at the studio. Only has enough cash to release two movies from now to the end of the year. Apparently, there's a third movie, a low-budget movie called House Party, that was taken off of what was going to be HBO Max.
Oh God, like another House Party movie?
I don't know if it's that same type of movie. I don't know.
It probably is.
It might be, but that's just crazy. That how could they have sunk into such a financial mess? They just saved themselves so much money by not doing Batgirl.
But is it because they bought Discovery that's like, oh fuck, we have no money left, we bought Discovery?
Maybe they didn't really say. I guess it's just like an ongoing rumor in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, it was a merger. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but it seems that it's just a mess. So Don't Worry, Darling is going to debut.
Whatever that is.
That's the one with Florence Pugh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's
the horror?
Yeah, the creepy one, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's September 23rd. Black Adam is October 21st. And then House Party, December 9th.
So even if it's not Ezra Miller, it's still Warner Brothers, his employer.
They just can't get out of their own way.
There's so much drama with this company. My God.
Yes.
Give DC to someone that could fucking do it right. You know?
Yes. Just get out of DC's way. Let them do their own thing. You know, I mean,
one day Disney will own DC and we'll have a Spider-Man and we'll have a Spider-Man Batman like buddy cop movie, and it's going to be the best movie ever.
That would be great.
As much as the idea of Disney owning every intellectual property sounds a little upsetting, at this point, you kind of just have to go all in. They own Marvel, they own Star Wars.
Yeah, just give it to them. Give them the G.I. Joe franchise too. You know, let's make some good G.I. Joes.
I don't give a shit about that. G.I. Joe.
I'm just saying, let them do everything creative. I'm fine with that. Everything that embarks
They've got
my
the money.
childhood.
They're not poor. They're not broke like Warner Brothers, apparently.
Yeah. Warner Brothers is 5 days away from starting a Kickstarter.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, you want to see Michael Keaton?
They should
kick up the money.
They should make a Kickstarter for Batgirl. You want us to release the film? Give us some money.
Well,
and then it's like, oh, no one gave us anything.
The funny thing is like all this stuff about Batgirl, I knew nothing about Batgirl going into all this drama.
Right.
But now I'm like, I kind of want to see this fucking movie, and there's like no way this movie's ever coming out.
Well, you better get to the secret funeral screening.
There's a secret.
The Hollywood Reporter says that Warner Brothers is holding a secret funeral screening of Batgirl before locking it away in a vault forever.
Is that not the ultimate dick move?
Yeah.
Well, I have an ultimate dick move for you, Andrew.
Okay.
So I guess I don't know if I imagine that dovetails into what I have.
Yeah.
But this was the filmmaker Bala Fala. Oh Lord, I can't pronounce his name.
Whatever.
But just say
not important.
One
You
of the
shouldn't
one of
have
the
said it if you
filmmakers-
can't pronounce it.
One of the filmmakers for Batgirl, he was talking, and this was an interview that was recorded or transcribed on TikTok. They went to the server, everything was gone. We're like, fucking shit. We didn't even keep the scenes with Batman in it. That's so sad. Yeah, the guys from Warner Brothers told us it's not a talent problem on our picture or actress or even the quality of the movie. We're in the right in the middle of editing, and there was a lot of work to get done, and now the movie was finished before Warner Brothers was canceled it. So yeah.
He says, so it was not like the movie was finished.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't finished. They weren't finished editing it.
Oh, right. Wasn't finished editing it. It was on the way to getting edited.
But finished filming.
Yeah, finished filming.
Which is funny
Had all
that he
the
said
scenes.
that because the president said, we're only going to release movies we believe in, which, like obviously was a horseshit statement because you don't just film a fucking movie and everything and to not release it.
The rest of his quote was Warner Brothers told us the cancellation was a strategic change, a shifting in management so they could save some bucks.
Yeah.
Which hints they're trying to save as much money as they can.
Again, when they canceled Batgirl, that's what everyone was reporting.
Yeah.
Like it was just to save some money and, do some tax write-downs and all that.
But don't you kind of want to see it now after all this?
Sure.
Yeah, right. It's like that rogue movie out there that's like an unfinished Nicolas Cage Superman movie. Like if
they never even filmed that movie. But
let's just say there was scenes from it and we couldn't see it. Like that would just drive people insane.
Hey, it's me. I'm Superman. And then it's like I'm Clark Kent. Wow, you sound just like you have this weird accent. Where you sound just like Superman. It's only you two that talk this way.
No,
it's like Arnold in Jingle All the Way, where he's Turbo Man. He's like, I am Turbo Man, and like no one the son doesn't recognize his dad's voice.
That's crazy.
It's like he's the only one that talks like this.
Right,
Jamie, it's you,
Grandpa.
But no, Warner Brothers is also they've also canceled an animated Batman series that was going to be on HBO Max, Batman the Caped Crusader. That's also not happening anymore.
I wonder if that was going to be anything like Batman the Animated Series or like a different version of something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of worried for Harley Quinn now too. I've just kind of started getting into the show, and now since they're canceling everything, might not get a season 4 of Harley Quinn.
How many episodes have you watched?
I've watched 3.
And it's good?
It's good. I like it. Yeah, it's fun. It's a very edgy Harley Quinn.
How long are they? Like
it's like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Not very long.
All right.
It's like a cartoon.
I've seen a couple of scenes.
They're
online. And like Joker's in it, Batman's in it.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Give it a check.
I might, but again, there's so much to watch.
There is so much to watch.
All right, moving on. Variety reports that in season 4, joining season 4 of The Boys, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, a.k.a. Negan in The Walking Dead.
Whoa.
That's fucking awesome.
This is something we've kind of like wanted for a long time. Like we felt like Jeffrey Dean Morgan would be an easy fit in this universe.
He certainly would.
But I guess he just essentially plays Negan.
Well, no, I mean, Gus, Giancarlo Esposito doesn't really play Gus Fring in this show.
That's true.
He's still a villain, but yeah. I'm curious to see what Jeffrey Dean Morgan will be
Good
playing.
guy, bad guy? We haven't seen the president yet.
There's not many good guys. He's going to be the president.
Maybe because we left off with people running for president. We had that VP.
Well, that
and then
was
the head squisher.
A Vought.
A Vought, yeah.
Oh, so you mean like he'll be one of the people running to be president
yeah.
of Vought?
Or no, or maybe the actual president of the United States.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I want to just give this medal to Homelander. I don't know. It'd be interesting.
I don't know, but yeah, the world is wide open for Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Really love him. He could play the comedian, like a
He's the only
comedian
reason
version.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
The comedian?
Like a comedian version of
like when he
Watchmen?
played the comedian in Watchmen?
Yeah,
right.
Oh, man.
Interesting.
Great actor.
Also, Deadline reports that a King Kong Disney Plus series is currently in the works, and I'm very confused about that.
Damn, you're right. They are going to own everything.
Because there's also a Godzilla show, but I don't think it's Disney Plus. It might be Paramount. But apparently the show's not about Godzilla. Like, it's about people talking about... I don't know. Like, it's just like...
So weird.
So I don't know if this King Kong show will have King Kong in it, or maybe just a little bit like the Godzilla one. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
But...
Sounds interesting. I mean...
Yeah...
You're just searching for content at this point for Disney Plus to round out its features. Disney Plus can't only be Marvel and Star Wars, I guess. Got to have giant monsters.
Giant monsters. Also, Deadline reports that Marvel has hired WandaVision director Matt Shakman after Spider-Man No Way Home director John Watts stepped down. That was announced earlier this year that John Watts stepped down, and now apparently they've replaced him with the WandaVision director.
Okay.
And Fantastic Four is still...
Ways away.
When did they announce that? Was that for like 2024?
Yeah, didn't they? I felt like it was 2 years away, and that was because like overlapping rights or something like that.
What do you mean?
I think like the previous studio or whatever still owns some rights or...
Yeah, but they released a
Something
Fantastic
like
Four
that?
movie a few years ago. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't Marvel.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, that wasn't Disney.
Yeah, I believe it's overlapping rights is what they're waiting for to run out. And I think
Yeah, but okay, I guess, but they also let what's his name play Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange.
Sure, that could have been a quid pro quo though. Like, well,
November of 2024.
a long ways off.
Yeah, so over 2 years.
But the hell, they could start shooting sometime.
But they've got
sometime
the
the end of
director.
the year.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Also, Jason Momoa recently spoke to Variety to promote Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. But he also talked about his role in Fast and the Furious 10.
Oh right, yeah, I heard about this.
And Momoa said, I get to be the bad guy finally. I've been the good guy for a while. He's very sadistic and androgynous, and he's a bit of a peacock. He's got a lot of issues, this guy. He's definitely got some daddy issues.
Interesting.
So I imagine at the end of this film, Vin Diesel will be like, I'm your puppy.
Right?
Welcome to the family.
You're not my dad.
I'll be your puppy. And Momoa was like, dude, we're like the same age. What the fuck?
It's going to be interesting. You know, Jason Momoa fitting in with this universe. I don't know. But I'm kind of down for it.
Vin Diesel's 55.
Some daddy issues. It's
I don't
funny.
think Jason Momoa is 43. Yeah. So he certainly couldn't be his daddy, but I'm sure he will be in this movie.
I get to work with Charlize Theron. Oh yeah, she's still in it too, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
she's gonna turn good too. And, you know, everyone turns good in this series.
Yeah.
I just hope John Cena's in the next one. He fucking better be. He better be.
Right? Yeah.
What do you have?
That was pretty much about it. I had some stuff for She-Hulk, but I figured we'll save it for when we get to She-Hulk.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about drag? We can talk about...
They got the guy that played
Oh, God. Reacher?
Reacher. He's in Fast 10.
Is he going to reprise his role as Reacher?
Yeah. Brie Larson is also in Fast 10.
Oh, wow.
Michael Rooker is in Fast 10. Nice.
Okay.
I'm sure it's a small role. I don't see Paul Walker anywhere here.
Well, Andrew, I hate to tell you. He might have passed.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I think that's about
That's
it.
a pretty star-studded cast there. And what number are we up to now? Is it 8? Fast and Furious 8?
No, 10.
10? Oh, Jesus
10.
Christ. Oh,
Yeah.
so many.
All right, so before we get to She-Hulk, we got to do our top 5 lists.
Do you want to... okay, I can talk about Dragon Ball Z afterwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your top 5 best TV villains of all time.
Oh, I'm super excited talking about this list.
And holy shit, we have a lot of fan submissions.
That's good.
My God, it's
I'm
a
glad
lot.
to hear... I hope I didn't miss anyone on my list.
Yeah.
A friend of mine at work told me last week for villains, and I can't believe we missed this, movie villains. We missed the villain for Optimus Prime, Megatron.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Those movies sucked.
I'm just saying, he was a villain, though.
Doesn't mean it was good.
He was an evil villain, Megatron.
I only saw the first Transformers movie, did not like it.
Oh, okay.
No. So go ahead.
All right, so I will start. I tried to do 5. I couldn't do 5.
Oh, look at you.
I didn't go 35 people deep this time.
Uh-huh.
I kept it at a good solid 10. A good solid 10.
All right.
And number 10 is Boyd Crowder from Justified.
Yeah, he's on my list.
He is evil, a thorn in Raylan's side. And he had a couple different changes throughout the show, but his main purpose was just trying to fuck Ava.
Well, again, he's Ava. Yeah. I mean, he's kind of like, yes, he's obviously bad. He murders people, but he's also like kind of like a friend of Raylan. Like you kind of love him and hate him at the same time.
You get some moments of respect out of him, stuff like that, but he's a dastardly fellow.
What is the fuck? Just the 1930s? All right, go ahead.
Number 9 is Wilson Fisk from Daredevil.
Yes.
Man,
Kingpin.
his presence just screams villain. And his scene with Matthew Murdock in the prison.
I didn't come here to intimidate you. I came here to kill you. That's like the most menacing scene of his.
Yes.
I won't spoil what that was, but that's a line he gives, and it's like, holy shit.
Really good. But not the flamingo shirt wearing person we saw.
No.
Yes,
in the
we're talking
Daredevil
about
series.
the Daredevil series.
I gotta go back and watch at least season 2 of Daredevil because it has Punisher, it has Kingpin, it has Elektra.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that's such a good season.
It was a very good season.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number 8, Tony Soprano.
Okay.
Versus Sopranos. Brutal boss, killed everybody.
I think that's a little low.
Including friends. You're going to think so, but I have some really good people on my list.
All right.
Number 7, Marlo Stanfield from The Wire.
Never saw it.
Wow. He gave the Baltimore cops such trouble, and he also gave rival drug dealers trouble.
Okay.
Really good villain.
Yeah.
Number 6, the governor from The Walking Dead.
Okay.
Killing Herschel.
All right. I didn't love him.
Killing Herschel was like one of the holy shit moments. Like, I felt so crushed when he killed Herschel.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Number 5, you just got an introduction to him, so I hope you're going to continue watching. But Joffrey Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
Which one is that?
That's the little kid. That's the little kid that was gonna be.
No, I don't
king.
think did I see him in the first episode?
Yeah, you saw him.
We did. That's right. Yeah. Right.
He's the
okay.
one that's gonna end up marrying Sansa Stark because they were gonna be.
Spoiler alert.
No, they said it in the first episode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he tortured everybody. I don't want to give up too much more, but it's terrible.
Everything is terrible.
Terrible. Number 4, Homelander.
Yes.
From The Boys.
Very good.
I mean, he's so good. He doesn't even realize he's a villain.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the best villains.
It's amazing. He's great.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 is Gus Fring from Breaking Bad.
Okay.
One of the best guys, pure cartel. That's what he screams, cartel boss.
Yeah.
Number 2, I think, is probably going to be a little bit of a shock for people, but Vic Mackey from The Shield.
Okay.
Did you
Didn't
ever
see
see
that
The
show.
Shield?
No.
Vic Mackey was great. Killed drug dealers, killed cops. I mean, you still rooted for him. It was crazy. You loved him. And then number 1, of course, is Walter White.
Walter White.
Even actual villains were scared of Walter White.
Yeah.
He was the ultimate villain. I don't think anybody will ever crest Walter White.
Maybe not.
No, I don't think so.
I think you missed a couple in there, but
Okay.
luckily I have my,
I'm willing to listen.
my much better list.
Much better. Okay.
My inferior list.
Please let us know which list you
that
thought was
doesn't
better.
work. Hold on. Inferior? No, definitely. My better list. My list is better. Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right. Coming in at number 11.
Number 11.
Oh, I'm sorry. Top 10.
Top 10, please. Keep
I
it
had to
to
do
top
one
10.
more. I have Boyd Crowder at 11.
Oh, okay.
But he's lower because he's more of like a lovable.
He's a lovable rascal.
Yeah. Number 10, Shane from The Walking Dead.
But he was a good guy
John
for so
Bernthal.
long. He was
No,
only
he was not.
He was only a villain at the end.
He was only a villain. Let's see. Episode 2.
I mean, he took over Lori and Carl for sure, but he was doing it because he loved them.
He was still the villain.
I don't know.
He was still the villain.
I don't know.
Don't get me. I was Team Shane because Rick was a pussy,
Yeah.
but he was still the villain of the protagonist.
Team Shane got it done.
He did get it done. He got in there all right.
Very true. And really, what was the daughter that she ended up having before she died? Lori?
Well, she did die giving birth.
Right. What was
Judith?
Judith? Was that actually Shane's daughter?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's what.
Well, duh. Number 9, we got from The Simpsons. We have Mr. Burns.
Wow, I mean, I don't really watch The Simpsons. I mean, sure, he's a classic villain.
Yeah, no,
I
he's
did watch
awesome.
that one episode on Saturday. He seemed hilarious more than anything.
Well, that's one of the best. Well, yeah, he's a great villain. It's a.
You
comedy
gonna have
show.
Dr. Evil on this list, Andrew?
No, that's a movie, dummy. Number 8,
Fuck.
Kilgrave from Jessica Jones.
He was good.
He was excellent.
He
It's
was
that
excellent.
Doctor Who guy.
The mind control.
Yeah, he was amazing. Number 7, I have Kingpin from Daredevil.
Yeah.
Number 6, I have Homelander
Of
from The
course,
Boys. Number 5, I have Lalo Salamanca, Josh Reese.
Listen, he's great, but I don't know where to put Lalo on my list. I'll put him at 11.
I think you're racist. You don't have any Hispanics on there.
Oh, Gus Fring.
Yeah, that's true. All right, number 4, Gus Fring.
Oh, yeah. mhm.
I think this is the big one you missed. Number 3, Negan from The Walking Dead. I mean, he was frightening. The first time you see him, when he's giving that speech and they're all just lined up,
In the woods.
you're
yeah.
like shitting yourself watching at home.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, no, like you're pissing your pants.
And then he smashed Glenn's brains in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he only did it to keep his guys in line.
He's still the villain, you idiot.
He was trying to keep his guys in line.
Okay, Walter White. Number 2, I have Tony Soprano for obvious reasons. I watched all of The Sopranos finally 2 years ago during when we first had our lockdown.
Okay.
And I was like, what do people like about this guy? Because I've heard he's obviously a bad guy, but people root for him. And
An
I'm like,
anti-hero, right.
he's not.
No.
He's the villain of the show.
Yes.
He might be the protagonist, but he's still the villain.
He killed Pussy. Come on now.
Go bushy. Well, that's not why he's really the villain. That pussy was a fucking rat. But no, Tony Soprano, there's not one likable thing about him in that show.
No.
He's just a piece of shit. And it's really close because it could have been him. It could have been him at number 1, but ultimately I chose Walter White just because I like the character more. I feel like there's more of a dynamic. And because Walter White went from being a good man to being a, complete asshole.
Yeah, all in the span of one episode.
Not one episode. No, it was throughout the entire series.
Wow.
He got worse and worse.
Well, for sure. The
You know?
start was in one episode.
Yeah.
I will say, so when I was trying to make up this list and stuff like that, one of the things that I kept seeing was apparently, what was Tony's mom's name?
Oh, yeah. Well, whatever. Tony Soprano's mom in The Sopranos.
Everyone thought that she was more of a villain in Sopranos than anybody else.
Well, she was. She's very annoying.
But she was just a villain to Tony. I mean, not a villain to anybody else.
But a villain to the protagonist.
Yeah, I guess.
I hated her.
She was.
I was actually.
She was Skylar White level.
Is gonna say. Well, she's worse than Skylar. I think. Try to whack her own son.
Oh, that's true.
But no, like when I watched season 2 and she wasn't there, and then I was like, oh, she died in real life. That's why. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I could have. I don't think I could have like dealt with her for 6 seasons.
Oh, yeah. That would have been rough.
You know, I mean, I'm sorry she died, but she was old. But it was like, God, I just can't stand her.
She was annoying. Tony! Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me pull up the fans lists. There's a lot. Carlos Ramirez, Negan, Homelander, Gus Fring, Mr. Freeze from Batman the Animated Series. And then he's also got Vince McMahon from WWE, which I might as well make that number 12. Vince McMahon, number 12.
Hey, technically, it's the longest running episodic TV show in history.
No, it's not. And then number 12, The Rock. The Rock was a great villain. More wrestling villains. Andy Piccone, Mr. McMahon. Randall Weems from Recess.
Okay.
I never really watched Recess. Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
It's a movie. Well, I guess that's a TV show.
No, it's a TV show. But it's really just a monster that they fight. Like, It doesn't say anything. Then he's got Mr. Burns, and then number 1 is Walter White for him. Alejandro Bautista, Homelander, Slade from Teen Titans, Mr. Burns, Frieza, Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
Frieza.
Yeah, Frieza. Mm-hmm.
And then Gus Fring is his, I guess, well, he doesn't show number 1, but those are his top 5.
Interesting. Okay.
Bobby the Mark Soydam, Mr. Burns, Walter White, Gus Fring, Newman from Seinfeld. That's pretty good.
Newman.
And then the entire Always Sunny cast. Yeah.
That's a good one. They're all villains.
Johnny Horniitis.
I like that.
He did AIDS. Peter Pan, Once Upon a Time. Vern Schillinger and Oz. Slade Wilson, Arrow. Lex Luthor, Smallville. Tuco in Breaking Bad.
Tuco was good.
Clay Morrow, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, Clay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Vic Mackey, The Shield. Is that who you mentioned?
Vic Mackey. Yep.
And then the Trinity Killer in Dexter.
I thought about him. Yeah, Trinity Killer was a good one.
199 Big T, Moriarty, Sherlock, Benedict Cumberbatch version.
Sure.
Cersei Lannister.
Cersei Lannister. She's pretty evil. That's Joffrey's mom.
In Game of Thrones.
That's the one that was getting railed by her brother.
Oh, yeah, I hate her. Mr. McMahon, Joffrey, the kid. Mm-hmm. And then number 1 is Homelander. And then he also put hashtag TBD Army. So there you go, buddy.
Oh, Jesus.
Your TBD Army right there. Joey Cage, Negan, Joker in Harley Quinn. Walter White.
It's more funny.
Kingpin.
Yep.
Kingpin / Bullseye. Okay, so you put 2 there. And then Homelander.
/ Bullseye?
Bullseye was in Daredevil. Not very memorable, so I wouldn't.
No.
But he's in it. Yeah, they had a Bullseye.
Okay.
Mitch Tarr, Mr. Gilbert, The In-Betweeners. I don't know that show. Mr. Burns, Negan, Lalo Salamanco, Gus Fring.
Wow, lots of Mr. Burns. Well, I guess there's a lot of Simpsons fans. Yeah.
Nathan Bain. I mean, it's funny. I only included him because I saw it. I was like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. Nathan Bain, Kingpin, Negan, Gus Fring, Homelander, Walter White. Is that my list? I have all of them on my list.
That's my list.
No, I have Negan.
Oh shit! Yeah,
I have all these people in my.
Negan would have made number 15.
Lewis, number 15. You mean number 11?
He would have been in the top 15.
Okay. Luis Vasquez. He said not Walter White because he's obviously number 1, but then Walter White's not number 1. All right, Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah.
Freeze, Dragon Ball Z, Vince McMahon, Gus Fring, and then Ramsey Bolton.
Ramsey Bolton was pretty bad too. You haven't met him yet in Game of Thrones.
Well, McMahon, Helmsley regime, Joffrey, Negan, Cersei, Gus Fring, and Arthur Mitchell and Dexter.
That's a Trinity Killer.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that's a spoiler.
Well, yeah, if you make it that far. Like
he says, I didn't put Walter White or Dexter because they're the leading character. That's fair enough.
Dexter. I mean, but Dexter was kind of lovable too. I mean, he only killed bad guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know if that really makes him a bad guy.
Mikey Two Crikey, Zach Morris, Saved by the Bell. Have you seen those videos?
No.
Zach Morris is trash.
No, I was like, when was he evil?
These are like this. It's like this YouTube series, or I think it started on. I think it started on Funny or Die. It's like these YouTube videos, like Zach Morris is trash, and it's just someone that reviews like episodes of Saved by the Bell, but they explain that like Zach Morris is a piece of shit because he is. He's always the one causing trouble and doing shitty things.
Okay.
Number 4, he's got Homelander, then Ramsay Bolton, Walter White, and then Littlefinger in Game of Thrones.
Littlefinger was good too. I don't think he met Littlefinger yet.
All right. D. Barry, Kingpin, Kilgrave. Livia. Livia Soprano. That's the
mom. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's the mom. Gus Fring, and then number 1, Mr. Burns. Very nice.
Mr. Burns. Lots of Mr. Burns.
Peter Goik. He's got Chang from Community.
Oh, of course. Chang from Community. Really good villain.
Who's that?
That was the Spanish professor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
I can't remember his name.
What's his real name?
He played in not Wedding Crashers.
No, Hangover.
Hangover.
Yeah. Mr. Burns, Sideshow Bob, or Cecil, his brother. Tony Soprano, and then Ralph Cifaretto. Yeah.
He
Ralph.
beat that.
I hated Ralph.
Prostitute to death.
I did hate Ralph.
Oh man, when Tony killed Ralph, I felt so happy.
Yeah, me too. That's
Ralph
true.
was a piece of shit.
Alan Kimmett, Moriarty, Sherlock, Kilgrave, Vecna and Stranger Things, Arby and Utopia, UK version. Then his number 1 is The Simpsons. He said, I left off Breaking Bad. It's low-hanging fruit. You could do a separate top 5 for that.
But true. Yeah, I had 2 guys on my list.
Chris Dibburn, Mario Stanfield from The Wire. Or Marlowe, sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. Burns, Newman, Trinity, and then Joe Carroll from The Following.
I didn't see it.
Me either. Stone Cold Savage, Homelander, Gus Fring, Lalo, Mark Hamill's Joker in Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Cersei.
Cersei Lannister.
Yeah.
Lots of Cerseis.
Steve McGreeve, Skeletor. Is that from...
is that Highlander?
Is it Highlander or one of the other ones? Yeah, it's Highlander, right?
Highlander, right? Skeletor?
Yeah.
I feel bad.
Livia Soprano, Gus Fring, Walter White, Ben Linus from Lost.
Masters of the Universe?
I don't know. Serena Joy Waterford from The Handmaid's Tale. And then he's also got bonus Vince McMahon and coked up Tony Khan.
Yeah, Tony Khan is a villain. He's the one that brings me so much hate.
Eric Scott, Negan, Hannibal, Charles Logan from 24, Teabag from Prison Break, and then Gus Fring and Homelander.
Did you ever watch 24?
No.
Well, you're never probably going to watch it, but Charles Logan ended up being Jack Bauer's brother. Crazy twist.
Whoa.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's a good one. Also, Nina from 24. Nina was an original villain.
Okay.
Really good.
Rampager, Wilson Fisk, the waitress in Always Sunny in Philadelphia, never gave Charlie a chance. Charles Montgomery Burns, The Simpsons, Saddam Hussein from South Park, and his number 1 is the Trinity Killer from Dexter.
And that's funny. I like that.
Amir, Adrian Chase / Vigilante in Arrow, Uncle Junior in The Sopranos, Gus Fring, Joffrey, and Ramsay Bolton. The top 2 are Game of Thrones.
I don't know. Uncle Junior was kind of more aloof than anything.
I hated him too.
I mean, he was
Gerardo, Carizal, Soldier Boy, Homelander, Bullseye, Kilgrave. Not sure if he's considered a true villain, but Tommy Shelby from Peaky Blinders.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I mean, also the Deep as a villain. I mean, the first episode he made poor Starlight, give him a good job.
All right.
Terrible.
Jonathan Ramos, Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. Negan, Queen, Nihilenia, Sailor Moon.
I don't know that one.
Walter White, and then Arthur, the Trinity Killer in Dexter.
Well, lots of Trinity Killers. Dexter, good show.
S. Thorne, Cigarette Smoking Man in the X-Files.
Okay.
Mr. Burns, Joffrey, Homelander, and number 1 Kingpin. Omar, not going to name anyone from the Saul universe. He's got Benjamin Linus, Lost, Charles Widmore from Lost, Homelander, Negan, and Marcy Darcy from Married with Children.
Charles Whitmore? Was he the president from Independence Day?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
It was a Whitmore, right?
This is Widmore. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know who
Sorry,
they are.
sorry.
But Marcy Darcy from Married with Children. Is that the neighbor or the wife?
I don't know. I haven't seen Married with Children forever.
Me too. I forget the name.
Marcy Darcy.
I think that's the neighbor.
Marcy Darcy. Yeah, the neighbor. She was a villain?
She was a villain.
Okay.
Yeah, she was a villain for sure. KJ, King Joffrey, Volchok, the OC. I don't know. Joker from Batman, the animated series. Homelander, #1, Bill Cosby.
That's too meta.
Yeah. Nathan Weller, Negan, Dan Scott from One Tree Hill, King Joffrey, Kingpin, and then Cersei.
Cersei Lannister.
Yeah. Mills, Negan, Soldier Boy, Burton from Banshee, Stringer Bell from The Wire,
Stringer Bell.
and then Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy.
Stringer Bell was, oh no, what's his name? He played Luther. He's in that Beast movie we were talking about last week. I can't think of his name.
Oh, the Star?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, Idris Elba?
Idris Elba. That was Stringer Bell.
All right, the Rizzler, Lalo Salamanca, Tony Soprano, Thomas Shelby from Peaky Blinders, Homelander, and King Joffrey is #1.
King Joffrey. Lots of King Joffreys.
Stephen with a V, Sideshow Bob, King Joffrey, Reverse Flash, Newman,
that's a good one.
and the Trinity Killer.
Reverse Flash is a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Pop Culture Junkie, Homelander, Clay Morrow from Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah.
Tony Soprano, Al Swearingen from Deadwood, Mr. Burns, Wilson Fisk, Heisenberg, Cersei, Aunt Lydia and Handmaid's Tale, and then Ross Geller from Friends. Yeah, he's kind of a piece of shit. Then finally, Fledgehole, Vic Mackey from The Shield.
Of course.
The Governor from The Walking Dead. Is this Josh?
That's my list.
Ben Linus from Lost, Homelander from The Boys, and his #1 is Negan.
I never saw Lost. Did you ever see Lost?
No.
Yeah, so these Lost characters are lost on me.
Yeah, that
was terrible. I can do better. Come back to me.
That was a lot of lists, but thank you. What was the Trinity Killer? Was probably like the overwhelming.
Trinity Killer was it was from Dexter.
I know. I'm saying that was like probably the overwhelming favorite on these lists,
right? And the one that neither of us had on.
I guess
list.
there was a lot of Walter Whites and Tony Soprano, but I understand how people consider them don't consider them the villains because they're the protagonist,
right?
But they're still villains, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, just Walter White torturing poor Jesse alone is villainous.
Yeah.
I mean, terrible.
So, all right.
So, what are we doing next week?
Oh, shit, that's right.
Yeah, what are we doing, Andrew?
Oh, no.
Best good guys on TV shows.
Best heroes.
Best heroes. And why is it Walter White?
Best movie heroes?
I don't know. Let's see. We still haven't done sports movies. What else?
All right, we'll do sports movies.
Sports movies. Okay.
Top 5 sports movies next week.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's talk about episode 2 of She-Hulk.
Well, Andrew, it was an interesting episode.
Yeah, you like this show, huh? Remember when you said you liked this show, Josh?
I had hope for it. I thought it was really cool last week when we had like the little a Hulk training montage. That was pretty fun. But then this week it was pretty kind of joyless.
By the way,
until Tim Roth came into the show, and then it was fun.
My dad only watched the first episode, but earlier today he told me, I love this show.
See? He's like me. And then when he watches episode 2, he's going to be like, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm watching.
I think he's still going to like it.
Okay.
But the CGI is so bad. You can't get past it. I feel like I'm watching Roger Rabbit.
It was worse this week, and I think it was worse because Hulk was not sharing a scene with her. You know, she was drowned out a little bit when the Hulk was around, but when she's
with real people
by herself, it's terrible.
No, when she's with real people, it looks really bad.
Yeah.
You've seen Roger Rabbit, right?
I mean, not for a long time, but yeah, I know.
But it's humans talking to a cartoon. That's what this show is.
Yeah. It's rough.
She does not look real at all.
No, the budget on this show must have been $25.
Also, the CGI is so bad, they don't even show her transforming from She-Hulk to her normal self. They cut away every time she transforms. Every single time. They can't even do that.
Not only that, we're going to
So
get
either
to
the budget was so bad or that CGI team that was working on the show was terrible, and why did they ever hire them in the first place?
Right. Well, yeah, everyone... The VFX team...
This should have been pushed back if they were like, oh, fuck, this is not ready.
Right.
We would have waited. What's the fucking rush?
Push Andor up, you know?
Well, it's
Give them an
different.
extra couple months.
That's Star Wars versus Marvel, but still.
I'm just saying, you know, if they had to have
But
a whole
everything
film,
escalates super fast in this show.
very true.
You're fired. You're hired. Yay! Wow, that's what it's like, huh? Jesus.
All in
I've
the
been
same
fucking-
5 minutes.
I was unemployed for a year and a half. It's not like that. It's you don't just get fired and rehired.
It's not like the movies, right?
No.
Or TV show.
And it's like, first of all, every firm would want her.
They would just for the gimmick alone. Oh, we've got She-Hulk.
And
I
then,
don't care if she can.
she's surprised that she was only hired because of because of the She-Hulk.
Not only that. Okay, hold on one second. So she was fired because the jury can't give her a favorable, case because she's the She-Hulk.
Right.
But now she's going to be the She-Hulk, and the jury still can't give her a favorable case because she's going to be trying cases as the She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense plot-wise there, buddies.
No, her family's also very annoying.
They seemed like it was the first time they met a Hulk, even though they have a Hulk in the family.
It seems like the first time these people have ever spoken to each other.
That's true.
They're supposed to be a loving family. And she comes over, they're like, oh, it's our daughter, She-Hulk. Huh? What? We've never seen scenes with you two. I get it. Yeah, your fucking nephew is She-Hulk, but that's not... Or She-Hulk. Your nephew is Hulk. But it should be a little weird that your daughter is a Hulk.
Yeah, they're just so adaptable.
Her father's basically a robot. He's like, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Goodbye. And he powers down. No, also, She-Hulk's fourth wall breaking is super awkward.
Yeah.
It's not smooth like Deadpool. If you want to see a really good fourth wall break TV show, watch Fleabag.
I haven't seen
Fleabag is fucking awesome, and she does it so well, just like Ryan Reynolds does in Deadpool.
Right.
He does it so fucking good. I would definitely recommend watching Fleabag. It's hilarious, and when she does the fourth wall break every episode, it's so fucking funny.
Well, Deadpool's funny. You know, when she does fourth wall breaks, it's just like, I bet you none of these guys have been through what I'm going through.
I can't believe they hired me. Oh, look at it's not funny.
No. It's like, okay, sure.
This is where you take the opportunity to write jokes, but then you don't write jokes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also,
That's
I've
rough.
been waiting 14 years to see Tim Roth as Abomination again. 14 years. And now he's like kind of a joke.
Oh.
He's like in prison. He's like, well, it's fine.
It was fun. I liked it. He just wants to get out of prison so he can have fun with his seven.
How the fuck would Abomination be up for parole? You sure you're not going to turn into Abomination? You super swear? You're not going to turn into Abomination, kill a shit ton of people?
Well, he can control it now. He's Namaste. He just wants to live out a life with his seven, what was it? His
Soulmates?
7 soulmates?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Through the prisoner writing program, he found 7 soulmates.
I mean, we saw in the trailers him in counseling.
Right.
So maybe that's them?
Maybe.
I don't know. Also, Mark Ruffalo reminiscing about a fight that he didn't have with Abomination was weird. Because it was like, well, that was Ed Norton, and it was a different Hulk. It didn't look anything like this Hulk. Not even like the first Mark Ruffalo Hulk. So that was a little weird as well.
I'm going
He's like,
to...
no, it's fine. He wrote me a card.
I'm going to let the suspense believe release here and just pretend that this is a different universe where he's been the Hulk the entire time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's what I'm believing.
And then we see that Hulk is in the middle of space and somehow he's on a phone call with Jen.
Excellent
in
Wi-Fi.
space.
Excellent Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi?
Excellent.
What were they on WhatsApp?
Probably so.
Jesus. Yeah, the Sarkarian Wi-Fi is great.
Yeah, and then she's just like, oh, I guess he hung up for one reason. You know, whatever.
So everyone's expecting like this is like the World War Hulk. Like we're gonna get World War Hulk.
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I feel like it's just a way to write him off the show until like the last episode.
I think we're not going to see the Hulk for a while.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get other cameos, but I don't think we're going to get the Hulk.
We're going to get other cameos.
Right. Yeah.
So this episode ends with Abomination breaking out of jail, and the news footage shows Abomination in the underground fight club from Shang-Chi. So this takes place during Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that movie.
Well, I remember it, but I don't know how this is going to figure in. I guess we're going to get some scenes with Wong next week.
Yeah.
Sure.
Of course. Yeah. And then the post-credit scene is She-Hulk just lifting shit at her parents' house. It's like, why is this a post-credit scene? It's not funny. It's not interesting. It adds nothing. Just put that in the fucking episode.
Right. And is it just...
Very strange.
Is it just me, but like her boss, like super weird? Like her new boss?
Well,
he
is.
seems super kind of
I mean, we
creepy.
haven't met the main villain yet.
Is he going to turn out to be some type of weird Hulk?
I don't know about that.
Is it like a Red Hulk or something like that?
No, but Red Hulk was...
the General, right.
General.
General Ross, Thunderbolt. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. He seems super weird for some reason.
This was not a good episode. Barely anything happens.
And it was so short. It was like 22 minutes
22
long.
minutes, yeah.
22 minutes long. That was it.
There were a couple of Easter eggs. When Jen was searching for new jobs on the internet, there was a small headline that read, "Man fights with metal claws in bar brawl."
Okay.
So Wolverine, obviously.
So we're in the Wolverine timeline.
Teasing that.
Okay.
And I think if they really... I mean, it's just a little Easter egg, so it doesn't have to really mean anything. Mm-hmm. But if it does, that means they have to recast... They're recasting, like, the X-Men, because... why would Hugh Jackman's Wolverine still be getting in bar brawls?
Well,
you know?
Right, yeah.
Then there was another headline that read, "Why there is a giant statue of a man sticking out of the ocean," which is a reference to the Eternals.
The Eternals. Yeah, we never really got that cleaned up in any movie since.
No.
Or TV show.
And still haven't.
Still haven't, technically, I guess, yeah.
So yeah, not a good episode. I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, it's not Miss Marvel bad.
No.
That's just unwatchable.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, I think you're watching the Hulk, She-Hulk now. I think you're watching the She-Hulk for the cameos. I don't think you're really watching it for anything else other than that.
Right.
Seeing who's going to show up, how funny they're going to be. You know, I imagine.
And then we're going to get a CGI fight where it's Abomination, Hulk, and then She-Hulk, who's way less animated. Like, just way... I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah. So I thought it was kind of interesting. They, per Samba TV, they have the first 4 days, how many people have watched. And it had 1.5 million people watch.
Okay.
Households in the U.S., which ranks with Hawkeye right now. Hawkeye also had 1.5 million people watch.
Okay.
Per Samba TV, so far the best one is Loki.
Yeah.
2.5 million, of course. And Miss Marvel was dead last at 77,000.
No.
77,000. 770,000. Jesus, there we go.
No.
770,000.
No.
Go ahead.
775K, Josh. 775,000.
That's what I said.
No, you did not.
775,000.
No. That's not what you said.
I think that's what I said. No. Anyways.
Also, it's not the lowest. What If had 281,000. There goes some of the pops.
I don't think we really count What If as one of their mainstream streaming shows.
First you said 77,000. Then you said
775,000.
Yeah, but you never said that.
That's what I said.
You did not.
I said
I'll play it back for you later.
Yeah, play it back for me.
I will.
Please. Yeah, so not the greatest. Not the greatest.
What? Miss Marvel?
No.
I mean, yeah, no one's going to like that
Not the
show.
greatest for She-Hulk, WandaVision and Falcon.
Well, you would
Winter
not.
Soldier.
You weren't going to expect She-Hulk to be that popular.
Moon Knight had a better debut, and I didn't really like Moon Knight, but a lot of people did.
Yeah.
So.
All right, moving on to episode 2 of House of the Dragon. This had a much bigger debut. 9.9 million people watched the first episode.
Sure.
In the first 24 hours that it was available, resulting in HBO renewing House of Dragon for a season 2.
I don't know
already.
I don't know if there was ever any doubt that it was going to be renewed, but
Sure.
that was strong numbers right out of the gate. Strong
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah. So, but no, this episode, we fast forward 6 months from episode 1. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be a trend in this show.
It does seem like that, especially with the spoilers from next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Princess Rhaenyra thinks she could speak up now in the council meetings because she's an heir.
Is it just
But
me?
they're still like, no, just pour us our drinks, bitch.
She's
outta here.
going to be, she's like the next in line to the throne, but she's the one that's still pouring drinks.
Yeah.
I guess that's her learning under the learning tree.
She's a figurehead.
A figurehead. I
That's all
guess.
it is for now.
I don't know. I don't know.
Also, the king is being pressured into remarrying.
Oof.
And his cousin's husband suggests their daughter, who's 12 years old.
We didn't know at the time, but dear God, when she showed up, it was.
First
it
of
was
all,
a little
they
bit
said
awkward.
12. She looked 8 years old.
She did look very.
But yeah, that was awkward. And he's like on a date with her. They're like walking. And it's just like, oh, God.
He's like, "What did your dad say? That it would be good for the realm." And
She's like,
"What's
I'll
your
give
mother
you many
say?"
children.
What's your mother say? I don't have to have sex with you until I'm 14.
Yeah.
I was like, oof.
I won't have to bed you until I'm 14. We're like, no, blah.
Wait till 16 at least.
However, the king likes Rhaenyra's best friend a lot more, and she's 15. Because we learned
Can't be much older.
learned that Rhaenyra is 15, so she's probably the same age.
Oh yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah.
I would say honestly, I think there's two. I guess it's the second best scene of this episode,
Okay.
where the king's cousin is talking to Rhaenyra, and she's talking how like, yo, like on the air, and the cousin's like, oh yeah, well no, this is a man's world, like it's not happening for you, and
Right.
she's like, oh well no, that's just because it didn't happen for you, they bent a knee to me as they called me heir, and the cousin reminds Rhaenyra that she refills their drinks during meetings.
That was pretty. That was a bitch move from an aunt
Yeah.
or a cousin, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess a cousin.
Yeah, cousin. So then Prince Daemon announces that he's taking a second wife. It's his whore.
Oh,
And he also stole the
rough.
dragon egg that was chosen for the king's dead baby boy.
Well, yeah, I guess it was for the brother on the first night, and then he ended up dying.
Yeah. So
Braylon?
the king's hand takes an army and confronts Prince Daemon and his army on Dragonstone.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a castle, right?
Yes, that's the castle where their original where they came from.
Okay. So Daemon's dragon shows up. Everyone's about to fight to the death. But then Rhaenyra shows up with her dragon. Very badass moment.
Yeah, it gave me like goosebumps, like back when Dany was riding the dragon, Queen Daenerys.
Yeah, see,
that was kind of
I
cool.
don't know about that. Yeah. So Rhaenyra confronts her uncle and says, "Oh, you're to have a child?" And then he looks at his bride to be and says, "One day." And then she walks away from him. She's all pissed because she didn't even know that he was saying all this stuff.
Right.
Because he lied. She's not really pregnant. Then Rhaenyra tells her uncle, "You'll have to kill me to restore your position as heir, so go ahead." But
she's kind of gangster, right?
she is gangster.
She's boss. She's more man than some of these guys.
So Daemon relents and tosses her the dragon egg, and then Rhaenyra looks at the king's hand like, "That's how you do it, bitch."
Yeah. It was a pretty baller scene there.
Her father, the
Mic
king, was pissed off, but Rhaenyra says, "I got the egg back without bloodshed, something I don't think Otto Hightower could have done." It was like, that's another dig. Damn.
Yeah.
So in the end, the king tells the council that he has chosen a new wife, And Lord Valerian's all excited because he thinks he's gonna fuck my 12-year-old daughter. I'm so excited.
Right, but even she was a little bit excited too. It was like not excited, but she was like in relief. Like, it's fine. You know, I think we talked about it.
Talk.
Go ahead, you can marry her. I understand.
Yeah.
But then he just went all left field on everybody.
Yeah, but I mean that was pretty obvious.
I guess. Yeah.
I told you from the beginning, but yeah, it's not the 12-year-old. It's Otto's daughter and Rhaenyra's best friend. Well, I forget her name, but
she was a high tower. I can't remember.
Yeah. So Rhaenyra holds back tears, but she storms off. She's obviously pissed off, and Lord Valerian. How do you say it? Lord Valerian.
Valerian. Yeah.
Yeah. He's also pissed. So he meets with Prince Daemon to forge an alliance. And it turns out he also had a brother who was king, so they have that in common. Mm-hmm. And then we get a preview for next week. Next week's episode, fast forward over a year.
Right.
The king's baby is born. Like, the fucking new queen already gave him a son. Mm-hmm. So is this? I guess this is going to be a weekly thing. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, we're going to be 2 years next week, and then we'll be back in the Game of Thrones universe. Well, I guess you can't
fast forward
too far.
Yeah, because the actress that's playing Rhaenyra is like in her 20s in real life, and she's playing a 15-year-old.
Right.
So
I can't age her up too much.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I will say the two kind of themes that you did miss on this episode too was so at the start of this episode was about the crabbers. And It was about the shipping lanes that were getting destroyed.
Yeah.
And that's where Valeria was from. He was saying that, our power comes from there. But if these shippers, these crabbers take over that, it's going to crush my kingdom. Mm. So it looks like next... Oh, and the other theme was Princess Rhaenyra was able to pick her own Queensguard.
Yeah.
Kingsguard. And she picked someone with kind of combat experience, blah, blah, blah. But next week it looks like we're going to get a confrontation of the crabbers.
Yes.
So...
Well, it's going to be Valerian and Prince Daemon fighting them, right?
It does look like that.
Yeah.
So I guess it's and they are one of the richest people in that universe. So with money behind Daemon, it might be kind of a game changer in this universe, maybe.
Yeah.
So pretty interesting stuff.
No, I like the show so far.
Right.
Maybe I'll watch Game of Thrones. I don't think I could watch Game of Thrones and this at the same time. I think I'll get confused and forget what show I'm watching. I'm like, wait, where's Khaleesi? Oh, right. Fuck, wrong show.
Oh, wrong Khaleesi.
Because again, they're very similar.
They are very similar. Rhaenyra does look a little bit like Khaleesi.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's that hair. It throws people off.
But I like the show. I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah.
But all right, let's talk some fan questions.
Totally forgot about Dragon Ball Z, Andrew.
God. Okay, fine. Talk about your Dragon Ball Z. I'll go to sleep.
There are tons of fans out there that have been watching Dragon Ball Z, and it is the #1 movie in theaters right now. Mainly because there's not really anything else.
There's nothing else.
But I will say, where was this from? Anime News Network. They said that this is the third best anime movie that's ever debuted in the United States, behind Pokemon 1, Pokemon 2, and the Demon Slayer. Never saw Demon Slayer.
Okay.
But no, the movie was really, really good. It was about the Red Ribbon Army, still kind of alive. Still
those
thriving.
motherfuckers.
The Red Ribbon Army, terrible. Did you know? Did you watch Dragon Ball Z at all?
No,
okay.
I know nothing about what you speak.
Dr. Gero, of course, died way back when. He had a grandson. The grandson takes over, and he's trying to give him some reign from the Red Ribbon Army. He creates 2 androids to try to take over.
That sucks.
And try to recreate the greatness of the Red Ribbon Army.
Of course.
So Piccolo is their first target. Piccolo he tries to defeat one of them, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, there's their names. He can't. The android thinks he defeated him. He didn't. So Piccolo infiltrates the Red Ribbon Army.
Ooh.
It's crazy, right? Piccolo infiltrates. You don't think he was a sneaky guy, but he is a sneaky guy.
I didn't know.
Yeah. So you'd think that this is going to be a movie about Goku and Vegeta, but it's really not. It's a movie about Piccolo and Gohan.
Right.
It's crazy. I appreciate you agreeing, like I know what I'm talking about. It's really nice. This
must be great for you because it's like the only time where I can't correct you on like pronunciation of.
I know everything in the Dragon Ball Z universe, Andrew. This is the one thing that I'm on top of my game for.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Red Ribbon Army brings Gohan's daughter to their facility to try to so Gohan can fight Gamma at the facility, right?
Yeah, you want to have it there.
Yeah, you want to have it there so he can watch them, so he can see Gohan get defeated in front of his very eyes.
Yeah.
So it doesn't end up working. The androids end up figuring out that, hey, we're not good androids. We're bad androids.
Yep.
So they realize that. They stop fighting. Go ahead. I'm going to keep talking. So they end up fighting, and what are you going to fix that? Fix the pops, Andrew. Yeah. This is disrespectful for all the people that love Dragon Ball Z, but I'm going to keep powering on. So, anyways, the androids end up turning over a new leaf and fighting with Gohan and Piccolo. But oh my God!
Oh shit!
There's a Super Cell out there, and Super Cell was just awakened.
No.
So now Super Cell is awake, right?
Why? Why would they awaken him?
Well, thing was that Dr. Giro's grandson didn't want to awaken Super Cell because Super Cell was evil. And he was evil, and he didn't want to bring him into the universe because he knew as soon as he brought him into the universe, they would have no control. Unlike Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, they have some kind of control over him. So anyway, Super Cell is awakened. They start fighting Gohan and Piccolo, and this is where Piccolo ends up in a new form. And he goes super Piccolo size. It's great. They're battling. It's really fun. And then, Super Piccolo starts to get a little bit over in trouble against Super Cell, which is super sad. It's super sad, Andrew. So Gohan ends up getting a totally new form, which is akin to back in the day when he was in Dragon Ball Z, when he was actually fighting normal Cell.
Of course.
So it was great. So there was a lot of similar themes to back in the day when he was fighting Cell. It was really fun. Gohan ended up defeating Super Cell with the special beam cannon.
That's good, right?
Special beam cannon. Yeah. And it was from Piccolo, his mentor. He learned that from his mentor. It was great. But, Andrew, it was really, really good. It was a really good movie. I think you would enjoy it, even though you know nothing about the Dragon Ball Z universe.
I loved it.
I think you would have found a lot of fun in the Dragon Ball Z world.
Well, and the great thing is I don't have to watch it now. So thank you.
I just recapped it all.
Yeah, I loved the movie.
It was really fun. And the thing is that apparently it hasn't been spoken about yet. Or, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed yet. But there is going to be a season 2 of Dragon Ball Super. A season 2 of Dragon Ball Super. I'm super pumped up for it.
A season 2? I thought this was a movie.
Well, yeah, it's a movie. It's a whole thing.
So a second movie, you mean?
No, it's a TV show as well.
Oh.
No, there's like 27 Dragon Ball Z movies.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Andrew, this is one of the greatest anime franchises in the entire known universe, only to Sailor Moon. I mean, come on now, Andrew. Get with your anime. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah.
Hey, fans, speak up. Do you want Josh to review this shit? If you want
Do you want Josh to review this or Sailor Moon or, that's about all the anime I can get through. I can do some Gundam Wing, but that's about it. Gundam Wing, Ronin Warriors.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no, Dragon Ball Z, really, really good. I suggest and I implore anybody to go watch it. It's a really good movie.
All right. Thank you for that, Josh.
Woo!
Thank you for answering the question that no one asked. All right.
I bet you there's a lot of people that's going to appreciate that.
Fan
we
questions.
give some Dragon Ball Z coverage in this show.
Look, you did it. It's time for fan questions.
Okay, yeah.
Eric Hamilton's stepbro says, can we get an update on the Game of Thrones watching progress for Andrew? If he hasn't started, please pat him on the head, Josh. Okay, I started. I watched the first episode. Get your hand away.
Have we started episode 2?
No, we have not. Don't touch me.
Episode 2 needs to come along, Andrew.
Carlos, maybe after House of Dragon. Carlos Ramirez. So I guess no hard feelings between Hulk and Abomination, just like there's no hard feelings with Bucky killing Tony's parents, Loki destroying New York, Rhodey getting paralyzed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Tony did try to kill Bucky, but yeah.
Hey, it's all water under the bridge,
Sure.
They're not only super friends, but they're super good guys, too.
Exactly. Johnny Horniitis, what is your favorite movie soundtrack? I think we've gotten I think we've had this question before. I've said I really liked Watchmen's soundtrack. Watchmen has a really good soundtrack. A lot of like awesome songs on there. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question.
Luis Vasquez, hey guys, I just wanted to give my overall review for these movies I saw over the week.
Okay.
Don't worry, no spoilers. He saw Dragon Ball Superhero. He put a 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, yeah, I didn't rate mine.
Overall, pretty good. Just felt more kiddish.
I'll give it a 7. Yeah, it was kiddish.
Well, you said it was really good.
It
Seven's
was really
not
good. That is good. That's above average. That's above average.
3,000 Years of Longing, 4 out of 10. No real plot, good actors, but I got bored. I don't know that. And then The Invitation, 5 out of 10. Good idea for a plot. Just felt like it never delivered.
Oh, that was the one where it was the lady who met some random person that ended up being her cousin. And he's like, oh, I'm going to marry you. And she goes overseas.
Oh, that's the one?
That's The
yeah, it
Invitation.
is. Where it's
Yeah.
like, you can't leave.
Yeah.
Man, that's a scary poster. You'll never see that.
No, I won't see that. No.
Yeah, it did seem interesting, but like most horror movies, they fall flat. Rampager, what X-Men characters that have not appeared on a movie would you like to see?
Gambit.
He's appeared.
Has he?
He was an X-Men. He was in the Wolverine Origins movie.
I didn't watch that. Who watched that movie?
How did you not watch it?
I don't. He's in Wolverine
We
Origins?
didn't know it was going to be horse shit till we saw it.
Was that the
Yeah.
one? Was that the one where
That was
he
the
was in
terrible
Asia?
one. That was the one where no. That one was good. This is the one where the first time Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool.
Oh no, that was awful. I don't remember anything about that movie.
You don't?
No, thank God.
It's funny how Wolverine got his own trilogy. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a Gambit.
Well, I can't think of very many X-Men characters that we haven't seen. We've seen Rogue. We haven't seen Jubilee, I guess. Jubilee would be nice.
Yeah. No, there was a Gambit. I even remember the actor. I just don't remember his name.
We
This
saw
guy was
Archangel
Gambit.
for one season.
Remy LeBeau.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wasn't Channing Tatum supposed to be Gambit at one point?
Yeah, thank God that never happened. Could you? Oh my God. Yeah, no, I don't know that many more X-Men. Well, who did you say?
Jubilee. She's the one that can do sparks.
We've seen Jubilee.
We've seen Jubilee.
She was in Apocalypse. She had a small role.
Oh shit! Well,
She
yeah.
had a small role.
Well, we've seen Iceman. We've seen Jubilee. We've seen Wolverine, of course.
Okay, we're not going to name all the X-Men.
I'm trying to think of X-Men. That,
Yeah, I don't know.
Archangel. We've seen. I liked Archangel, but
Yeah, I'm not sure. We've seen so
maybe give
many.
us a list of people who
I'm not an
haven't been in
X-Men
X-Men.
expert, so.
Yeah.
Joey Jojo. So She-Hulk has big anger issues from men objectifying her, but she has a background of a guy's ass on her phone. The lady doth protest too much. Did you notice
I
that?
didn't catch that. No.
I did not catch that.
Easter egg, I guess.
Yeah. Pop Culture Junkie, if you could participate in any reality show, past or present, which would it be?
It wouldn't be Fear Factor, that's for sure.
What about future? I'm still trying to get on Squid Game. I'm still trying to get on Squid Game. I've not heard back.
He's available.
Netflix, call me. Let's go. Let's make it happen. I will do Joker impressions. I'll just be the Joker on the show.
Yeah. I think I'd like to be in Real World. I think that'd be kind of fun.
See, I'd be more interested if he said game shows, because I don't really care about reality competitions, like reality shows.
I wouldn't want to be on Survivor.
I liked Viva La Bam with Bam Margera. Game shows like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? What was that Nickelodeon show with the fucking dungeons? That was fun.
No, if we're going through, I guess it's game show and reality show.
Well, it's just reality show.
What was the one from the 90s? Gladiators.
Oh yeah,
That would have been amazing.
I would kick ass.
Why haven't we brought that back yet? I mean,
They
come
did.
on. Did they?
Well, they brought it back like 12 years ago or whatever. With
Bring
Hulk
it back
Hogan.
again. Oh, not with
Hulk Hogan and Layla Ali were hosting.
Oh, we can do better.
It was
than
pretty
that.
good.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. See, like I would back, especially when I was in good shape. When I would watch American Gladiators, I was like, I think I could do well on that show. Then you watch American Ninja Warrior, and I'm like, even at my best, I would not be able to do shit on that show.
No.
I would no.
No way possible.
That's impossible shit. But no, I could fucking joust a guy on a thing and run up a hill.
Or shoot the little thing.
I love the obstacle course. That's the best. Dylan, if you guys could choose one major villain to be in real life, who would you be?
I wouldn't want to be Walter White. He dies. I guess I'd be Kingpin. He's still alive. He just is missing an eye.
Yeah, but you're still a murderer.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be one. Most of these
Walter
guys,
White.
Most of these guys are murderers, Andrew.
Walter White, at least he had an interesting life.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing that makes you like Walter White in the first season is that he's like, he finally stopped being a pussy and he takes what he wants. Like, you have no idea how many times there's been an asshole and I just wanted to knock him out. Like Walter White in one of the first episodes, there's that asshole on the phone and he's like a total dick to people and he blows up his car and you're like, yes, I wish I could do that to someone.
Right.
Blow up their car.
Or the guy who's making fun of his kid in the store and he goes outside
and he kicks
comes
their ass.
back in. And fucking,
That's what made you like Walter White in the beginning until he became, a psychopath.
I'm going to stick with Wilson Fisk.
Okay, fair enough. That is all for fan questions. So make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you're viewing us. We also have exclusive videos on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Hollywood Hogwash Pod. You can also follow the show on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Hollywood Hog Pod. Mm-hmm. Next week, it's more of the same. We got more She-Hulk, more House of the Dragon, and more Warner Brothers drama, most likely. Let's be honest.
Who knows? I mean, maybe an Ezra Miller story.
Dude, maybe Ezra Miller will
fingers crossed
pop up and do an Instagram live, threatening the KKK.
Maybe
again.
he'll actually find the KKK. I mean, who knows?
Ezra Miller murdered 5 KKK members today. That would probably help with public opinion, honestly.
Right?
Yeah.
Ezra Miller lauded by the FBI, ending terrorism.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.